Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of Skyrim Mods and More. And do you notice something? That's right, I finally got my new microphone working. So from now on you can enjoy my videos with nice voice quality. I just hope all this sex appeal won't be too much a distraction for you. Just kidding. And speaking of awesome voices, today I have a very special voice follower mod for you. Aurlyn Dawnstone, the Reclusive Philosopher by Mlee3141 and DarkRogue21. This is pretty much my favorite voice follower mod, by the way. Now, this mod has quite a history. It was first released quite some time ago, and despite having really good voice acting, it suffered from the so-called vanilla appearance syndrome. Because Aurlyn is an Aldmar, and you know how vanilla elves look in Skyrim? Oh, I'm sorry, but yes, this is how she looked when she was first released. And still, this mod became quite popular, and sometime later received a huge update. But then it was gone from the Nexus for some reason, so some of you might have missed the update. And now it's back on the Nexus with another big update, and just looking at the size of the file will make you low-speed connection owners shit your britches, I bet. Seriously, it's almost twice the size of Falskar. And as I was saying, the voice acting is pretty much flawless.
I am Aurlyn. I have walked Tamriel for years uncounted, seeing nothing but violence and blood. When the Daedra attacked my homeland, I was forced to kill.
You can find Aurlyn at High Hrothgar and enlist her as a follower right away. From the moment you start talking to her, you will understand why she is called a Reclusive Philosopher.
I can't help myself, for I hold the truth to the nature of the world, as well as the combined memory of countless beings. Thus it would be quite strange if I never portrayed this in my outward speech and behaviour, for these memories and personalities far outnumber even my own. And indeed I have to expend vast effort to contain this inner tempest, lest I lose myself completely.
Yes, sometimes it can be quite hard to understand what the hell she is actually talking about, and I can totally imagine when Dragonborn just being like, yeah, I agree. And there are really thousands of dialogue lines. You can pretty much forget about all your quests and just talk to her for hours. She will give you her opinion on the quests you complete and also the way you complete them. You can have her tell you riddles, engage in interesting debates, listen to stories from her pasts and much more. My favorite feature is probably how she talks about female Skyrim mods.
It seems my efforts in Elsewhere were not enough, for the Dominion seek to hold claim over the same once again. A resistant force of Khajiit has recently contacted me about helping them once again. We should heed their call, and travel the moon paths that only they could ever know. It seems that many more voices, born of fire and passion and woven with the same, now roam Skyrim. Now this land feels truly alive, with story after story to be heard and experienced. This change even extends to companions we can recruit, and indeed we should seek one of them out for our travels.
She will occasionally break the fourth wall, make jokes about online communities and even question her own existence and talk about her creator.
What do you call a host of interconnected ideas and passions, located on a web of the same, yet is prone to breaking down and making destructive changes? The Nexus.
Moments like this will surely startle you for a moment and make you feel like she might be more than just an NPC, more than just a mod, but actually a living being with its own consciousness. And all this just shows how brilliant the writing of her character is. Aurlyn also has all the qualities you might desire from a custom follower. She can handle herself well in combat with a variety of unique custom spells. You can trade with her if you need to sell unwanted loot, or ask her to make potions for you, or assist with crafting and so on. She even has her own fucking armory of artifacts she gathered on her travels. There are armors, weapons, whatever you need. The list just goes on and on. What's more important, however, is the fact that she has 2 personal quests now. While those quests may not be flashy in terms of visuals or scripting, and actually can be quite buggy sometimes,
No, it can't be.
they have deep philosophical and lorical background and will have a major impact on the world of Skyrim. Now, I don't want to spoil any details, but I assure you, at the end you will be sitting there thinking, what the fork just happened? And guys, we are not done yet. With the latest update, 5.0, we actually get to meet Aurlyn's daughter Serenity, who is also fully voice acted. She can be found in Zindarian's field laboratory in Blackridge, and I have to say she has a really interesting accent.
What brings you here, traveler grim? To brave the unfathomable depths beneath the dark, and tread a path that even Sithis would shun.
Arr, she be a pirate! Now, Serenity might not have as much dialogue as Aurlyn yet, but the voice acting is just as professional and it's definitely fun having her around. So as you can see, this mod has tons of content to offer and definitely deserves your attention if you like high quality voice follower mods. And now, Enderal! That's right, it has finally been released. For those of you who don't know what Enderal is, what the hell is wrong with you? Get out of my channel! I'm joking, please stay, I need you. But seriously, Enderal is a total conversion mod for Skyrim and the biggest mod project so far that has actually been completed. It uses Skyrim's engine and resources, but other than that it's pretty much a standalone game. Enderal has been developed by a German team called Sure AI, and the sequel of Skyrim, which was a total conversion mod for Oblivion, also developed by Sure AI. So far only the German version has been released, but I heard there are some nice people making let's plays with translations, hint hint. The English release was promised for end of the month, but honestly, judging by the magnitude of this mod, I kinda doubt it. Because Enderal is truly sophisticated, it took them almost 30,000 hours to develop and it really shows. It might look similar to Skyrim, but plays quite different. For once, the leveling system is completely different. Instead of leveling up skills by simply doing things, like in the Elder Scrolls games, in Enderal you receive XP by killing monsters, completing quests and discovering locations. When you level up, you will receive 3 different types of points. Learning points, which can be spent with skill books to increase things like weapon, armor and spell efficiency. Crafting points, which you can spend with skill books to increase things like alchemy, enchanting and so on. And there are the remembrance points, to spend which you have to meditate, enter a sub-dimensional space and interact with those pretty epic looking perk trees. Now, I won't spoil anything about the storyline, but I will say that the writing is simply amazing and incredibly immersive. The way the characters talk in a somewhat medieval, but also unique way, the way they make remarks about the political and religious situation of the world, and also about the events that took place in Skyrim, it's something I have not seen in any mod so far, and I would even go so far and say at some points it makes Skyrim's storyline seem dry and trivial. So, in terms of graphics, it is possible to use an ENB, you just have to find one that goes well with Enderal's own lighting and other effects. Simple texture replacers work without a problem, so yay, nude females! I'm joking, of course, I was talking about the 2K HD textures, of course. Actually, there is a compatibility mod list already, a link in the description. And what is there more to say? Enderal is simply epic. If you want to know more about it, feel free to check out my translated let's plays. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more Skyrim stuff. Thank you all for watching, I wish you a good time.